So they're playing like Naya aggro. Again, the most important thing in this matchup is that we're on the play. I think we keep. We want an untapped land that doesn't cost us so much life. So if we're able to draw that, we've pretty much everything covered. All right, they have a 1-drop. That's kind of scary. So we'll play the Sanctum. We may have to take this damage. As long as they don't have a Magda here, we're good to go. So we lost the die roll, and if they don't have their like most absurd start, then we're Gucci. All right, they don't. Hopefully they don't have another Sentinel either. Okay, so in this spot, we have a couple of choices. Of course, I can leave open Vanishing Verse. I think that, yeah, I think I need to do this. And I think I play the Professor. And I think that the Professor here, the Professor gets Environmental Sciences. Because we already have Wedding Announcement. So Wedding Announcement is most likely next turn. Okay, solid draw. They didn't play anything, so that puts us in a fine situation. They're most likely going to play a 4 next turn. I don't know what the 4 is going to be. I mean, the 4 is most likely Halana. And then they also have Ren and 7. We're going to play the Sanctum. And we're just going to play the Wedding Announcement and pass the turn. They don't really have an answer. Oh, they also have 4 Chariots, so it could also be Chariot, which is kind of scary. They have a Valor Stance, Triple Abrade. All right, here's the Chariot. Interesting draw. Okay, so we have a couple of choices here. Like I could play like Legion Angel here, but I think that leaving open the Vanishing Verse puts me in the best possible spot. So I want to do that. Plus I want to make sure I can play Lalt next turn. So we'll hold down the fort here. And we'll leave open Vanishing Verse. All right, so we grab the planes. And now we can pass. We get another 1/1. So we are doing a great job gumming up the board. And next turn, the Wedding Announcement should flip, and it should like hold down the board, right? This Magda is actually super annoying because it gives them so much mana, but I'm failing to see a dragon. Am I blind? They're not playing Goldspan Dragon from what I can see. Oh, they reset the clock. Nice. So they're making mana. So this is probably... Oh, they have 2 showdowns. Fuck. That's annoying. All right. Showdown means that they have a ton of value. They hit no lands. That means they can only play 1 of the spells next turn. And 2 of them are brutal Cathars. So we're just going to take this opportunity to now Vanishing Verse this. We may just Rite of Oblivion this Magda so they don't have access to too much mana here. Honestly, I hate Rite of Oblivion here because this is just a great turn for me to play Lalt, so I'm just going to do that. Next turn is a much better turn for us to double spell. So I'm just going to play this Lalt. I'm just going to minus, and we're just going to pass the turn. I could have attacked with 2 creatures, but basically I know that the spot that I'm in is so, like, it's so good. If we gum up the board, they don't even have flyers to get through. They don't have tramplers to get through. Their main way to get through would be to shatter skull smashing some creatures and then try and kill the Lalt. So I know that if I'm able to gum up the board and just play all of the Legion Angels, it's going to be lethal. Right? We already have 1 Rite of Oblivion, which should be able to deal with majority of the stuff. So, I mean, this game is a wrap as long as we continue to hold down the fort. And they do not have a main deck way that I can see to deal with our wedding festivity. So I feel pretty confident about our position. Am I blind? This is the first time I played against a deck that, like, the Naya deck without Goldspan Dragon. And it's also playing Magda. Magda literally gets Dragon if they had it. They played both of the Brutal Cathars. Again, that was like their best way, right? They could have eaten 2 things. So if we had attacked, it would have actually put us in a questionable position. I legitimately don't know what I even take here. I think I just start off. I mean, like, I don't even know what I would divide here. So I'm just going to gain a life. Oh, nice. I think it's better for me to do it next turn. So I'm just going to play this. So that shit doesn't flip. Play the swamp and don't move. All right. So what we know is they have a limited amount of mana. And we're at 15. They don't have any flyers. Can't think of anything. Like, the best thing that they could play here is Ren. We got the Ren covered. They could potentially play Redain, the flip side of Redain, but that's like, that doesn't really accomplish anything because it's like canceling out the wedding festivity, kind of. Because it's not giving -1/-1, it's just making it so that they deal 1 less, but they still have the same amount of toughness. So I can't really think of anything. All right, so we're just gonna fire this off. Lalt is gonna gain some more counters. Their Brutal Cathars are gonna flip, and I'm assuming that's their game plan, is they want our shit to get fudged up. And so in this spot, we have a couple of choices. So the thing is, we want Meathook to come down, right, on 3. So Meathook comes down on 3. The question is, do I first environmental sciences? That means I can't play Eyetwitch, but that's cool with me. All right, so we're gonna grab a plains. So boom. We're gonna go ahead and play this on 3. So this wipes their board. It makes her Lalt go to a higher number, which means we can minus the Lalt and potentially even play the Eyetwitch. I don't know what they could have here. All right, so they take 1 million. And I will minus, and I will play this Eyetwitch. All right, so it'll become daytime again. And I could have attacked for 2, but again, not worth it. They're gonna braid. That's fine. Law gains another loyalty. They lose another life, and we're in a safe situation again. All right, so Sentinel comes down, Cathar comes down. Sure, that eats that for free. That's all good. And then, ooh, that's a pretty good draw. But I think that it is better for us to... No, it's not. It's better to play this. Play this. We'll go ahead and grab the planes first, and then we'll draw the card. We'll go ahead and play this. We'll go ahead and play this. And we can just make a treasure token. And then we can minus. And then I can finally start attacking. All right. Because there's no possible way to, like, I can't think of a single card that they have in their deck from what we can see that can get them out of this spot. So, all right. So we know that they are the aggressor, right? So we want to wipe the board. That's the plan. Wipe the board and then take over the game. Because their board plan is like 3 Snakeskin Veils, 3 Burning Hands, 3 Thundering Rebukes, 2 Redain, 1 Mass Vandal, another Ranger class, another Showdown, and a Valorous Stance. So we just need to stop the aggression. If we're able to stop the aggression, then we will win. We will definitely win. So we just need to stop them. Redain definitely seems like the biggest problem. I feel like if they have Redain, should I be considering bringing in another Legion Angel? Because I feel like Redain is like probably one of the only ways that we lose the game. I mean, like, one of Sorin is quite nice, and I don't want to get rid of any of the early stuff. And Welcoming Vampire is just like in that perfect sweet spot. But honestly, this game, if I do that and I just board these out, it just puts me in a much better position against Redain, right? If that's one of the only ways we lose control of the game. So that's what we're going to do, right? Since we have access to their entire deck, we know that board wipes line up well against Snakeskin, right? And then we know that taking out our Planeswalkers makes us way less susceptible to the board wipe plan. And we know that Agadeem's is a great like final play. So all right, so this is a mull to 5, unfortunately. We'll definitely keep this. This is a really interesting hand. I mean, the Rite of Oblivion, of course, really great card. We have to make some decisions. I mean, keep this. I think Agadeem's is gone. And now basically the decision I have to make is Vampire, Wedding Announcement, or Deadly Dispute. And I think that early on, I'd rather have the Dispute and try to draw one of our 1s or 2s and Dispute pair well with it. So if we're able to draw one of our 1s, we're in a really great spot. Or our 2s. Any of our 2s are like super insane here. And of course a land as well. Like any of these draws are really, really insane here. And we don't really need much to get going, but not having drawn anything is quite scary. So we know that they have a bunch of abrades, right? So I think that this is a much better spot for me to play a Wedding Announcement than a Welcoming Vampire, even though Vampire does a great job at blocking Redain. Okay, that's freaking dangerous. All right. All right. I mean, that thing is going to be huge, but this is going to allow us to draw cards and chump block. Okay, that's a good chump blocker. So basically, if I can find a way to remove this Redain, then I think we're in an okay situation. All right. They have quite a quick clock. So we'll take 4. They make a 2/2, and I definitely chump block this. So take the 4. I'm down to 12. If we're able to draw a Rite or Vanishing Verse, that does a whole lot. I really, really want to hit a land here. So the Vanishing Verse could hit the Esika's Chariot. But if they have another Esika's Chariot, that puts me in a really dangerous situation. And of course, being on the ground is way easier for me to deal with. Thank God we hit the land. And we're just going to go ahead and fire this off because we know that they have 3 Snakeskin Veils post board. All right, and we're definitely not attacking here. So we're going to play this tapped, and we're going to get another 1/1 that's going to become a 2/2. And now we have pretty decent blocks all around. I mean, this Esika's Chariot can get pretty dangerous quickly. I mean, it already is dangerous, but we can chump block it almost forever at this rate. So as long as we can just keep pace, then we should be fine. All right, a Cathar, that's kind of dangerous. So at this point, what we're really looking for is a board wipe. If we can manage to find a board wipe, then we can try and tame this this field. But without us being able to tame it, it's going to be really tough. All right, so they have double green open. So if they had Snakeskin Veil, how would that work against us? I don't think I mind taking the 4. The 4 is not that big, right? Since they don't have red open, then the only thing that they could have is double Snakeskin Veil, right? Let's say they had double Snakeskin Veil. That means they have an 8/8, and that is a potential blowout if they have an 8/8. But if they don't have double Snakeskin Veil, then I'm totally good to go. And I'm not convinced that they wouldn't use it on Halana. So I'm down for the triple block here because it still leaves us with 2 good blockers, I think. All right, so get that Chariot out of here. Damn. So in this spot, I have a couple of choices, and I'm not in the greatest position. Like, they've gone super wide. So I really needed to find a board wipe. -2/-2 would have been insane. But since we don't have that, what can we do with what we have? I could Deadly Dispute, and that doesn't really accomplish anything. I could play this Welcoming Vampire, and that means the land puts us in a really bad position. I really don't know. I mean, I could put 2 bodies out by Deadly Disputing, right? So let's say I play Welcoming Vampire, then they attack with everything. I chump the 4/4, I chump the 2/2, I die. So basically, I think my choices are really limited, and I think I'm going to start off here. Meathook plus land would be ideal, and I guess we just grab Pest Summoning, because that would give us 2 blockers instead of 1. And yeah, I think that's game. This was a really close game, but it is what it is. I mean, this was a multi-5. It's all good. Yeah, I'm certainly dead here. All right. I think we win if we drew a 1 or a 2 in the first 3 turns. But I'm cool with that. So they brought in the Redains, and we knew that. So we're gonna keep it the same. Damn, man. Basically, the only games we've lost is on most of 5, and we're just really. That was such a bummer. Double haste, Chariot was too much. All right, let's see how this goes. Are you kidding me? I'll keep this. I think I'm supposed to get rid of one of the Welcoming Vampires. We can't play Eyetwitch on 1, which is quite sad, but it's fine. So we'll start off with the Mauling and then pass. So if honestly, I really just want to draw a 2 here. That of course is not a bad draw, and we'll pass. Magda, sure. All right, so I'm definitely not gonna attack. Basically, I don't want their Magda to be able to attack for free, so that's the plan here. All right, they're gonna abrade. That's cool with me. They don't attack. That's cool with me. Yeah, the whole reason why we brought in Legion Angel is for moments like these. Again, we're not gonna attack, and we can just start playing Legion Angels until it's better for us to play something else. No attack, no attack. Because one of the ways this game slips away is like they kill the Legion Angel and then put us in a rough spot. Okay, Redain basically does nothing. It does hit that though. And I could play it, but I don't think I should. I think I just continue to jam these Legion Angels, and until something changes from on their side. All right, here's a chariot. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so now I can play Welcoming a Vampire plus the Eyetwitch. Hopefully we hit a land here. And I think I have to play this now. We drew a Meathook. So even though it's a great card, I don't think that I need to hold on to it. Again, we're at 20. We just want this board stall to happen. Their board doesn't like show us a way for them to get out of a board stall. They have to expend a lot of resources. Like Showdown is one of their only ways for them to like play multiple spells. They didn't hit a land here. So maybe we're able to deal with more here. Okay, so they played a Sentinel. That's cool. So they have another Chariot. They have another Showdown. They have a lot of choices here. So they're going to fire this off because they're looking to play the other Chariot, and I'm happy to block with this because we're looking to draw more cards and make our board even wider. So I can get a Pest Summoning. All right, so we'll play the Pest Summoning, go a little bit wider, draw a couple more cards. They may have a removal spell. I think that they have a Braid, which they're using a lot of resources on, which is fine because we have this Dispute, which we've been holding to use. We did not hit the land, so that's a little awkward. And we'll pass. I was honestly expecting to hit the land at this point. Another Showdown. Sure. Honestly, this is really close. This is probably worst case scenario. They played 3 Showdowns and they've hit back-to-back Showdowns, so it's like I don't think it could be any worse than this, but we're still okay, I think. We really needed to hit a land last turn, and that's the major bummer about our situation right here. All right, so they're making white mana, so I'm assuming that this is going to be oh, it's the other Chariot. Okay, sure. All right, so they should be out of mana here. Okay. That's an excellent draw right there. So I know I can cast Meathook for 2 here, right? Because the Redain is kind of stopping me. But I could also just get rid of the Redain using the Rite of Oblivion. And then play the Meathook. And I feel like I'm in a much better position then. So we'll start off here. They don't have access to any mana. And we'll sack this. All right. And then the next step is Meathook for 2. No, I should go to combat and attack for 1 because they don't have a blocker. And then I should Meathook for 2. And so they lose their board. And what am I going to get at this point? At this point, I should get environmental sciences. We're at 29 at a much healthier life total, and they don't have very many creatures that they can lean on here. And so now we can kind of start taking over the game, hopefully. I mean, these Legion Angels have been just like on blocking duty the entire time, which has been quite phenomenal. We've exhausted the majority of their resources, right? So 3 showdowns are down. I mean, 2 showdowns are down. They're playing 3, and 2 chariots are down, and 2 Redains are down. So that means most of our expensive spells that we can go get, like our 7 mana spell, lesson, we can easily go get that. All right, they played Ren and 7 over playing their other cards. All right, so here, interesting position for sure. Okay, so they don't end up playing the Brutal Cathar. And here is a spot where I need to double block. Like, I'm not happy to double block, but I think I should, because if they make too many copies, that could be a way that they steal this match. And I can deal with the Ren if I need to. So I'm not too worried about that. So I'm down for the double block. This doesn't have trample or anything, right? So do they have a 1 mana white spell that I'm missing? I don't see one. So, because if they had a 1 mana white spell, it could potentially blow me out. I mean, if I was them, I would have represented 1 green, but it is what it is. Okay, so what are our options here? I mean, obviously, we can just go ahead and hit the Ren. Right? We can hit the Ren. Using the Rite of Oblivion, but I don't think the Ren is that big of a problem here. We just need to play chump blockers for now. So I think the move is Eyetwitch, Shambling Ghast, Wedding Announcement, Hive, go. All right, we're just trying to find a stabilization point. And play this. Make a 1/1, go. All right, the showdown. Hopefully they're finally running out of spells. Like, this has just been so many spells. So this is a plus. They hit 2 lands. Fuck, man. It's just like, if they get like 1+, I need them like not to be getting like a fuck ton of value. I need them to slow down just a bit. Oh my god, they drew the Mass Vandal. Fuck, they're playing 1 Mass Vandal. Fucking A, man. Okay, so do I want to? I think I just want to chump block. I don't mind taking the 5. Like, I could like double block here and take 8 to get rid of the den, but the den is not that big of an issue. At least I don't think it is. I mean, it is going wide, which is problematic. So we could grab a counter instead of no, I'm done for this. So we end up taking 5, going down to 25. Both of these are gonna go get their own respective things. We'll make a treasure token. And then we gotta make a major decision on what this gets. And I think it ends up getting a Pest Summoning. This is really not good. Like, I really want to get that thing off the board here. But I think I have to let it go. So I think what I want to do is play this. Play this. Play this. And pass. All right, so they go ahead and minus here, which is definitely really dangerous for us. But we got the blockers for it, and we're at 27. So let's see what we're able to accomplish here. I mean, this game is extremely close. We have 41 cards in deck. We still have some ridiculously good draws, but we got to draw them. We gotta draw them. All we gotta do is draw them. So let's say I block here and I block here. Why would I not want to block the 4/3? Because I may need more blockers for the 9/9s the following turns. So if I don't hit the board wipe, I can still potentially block enough to survive. And it's worth taking the 4 so I can block a 9. It's close. No, I think I should block. I think I'm banking on the board wipe at this point. All right. All right, we'll sack this. They'll go down to 12. We'll draw. Okay. Not the worst, but also not the best. So they're down to 11, and I need a board wipe. We got plenty of them. It's another Wren. Okay, interesting. They had another Wren. We didn't hit the board wipe. So let's say I cast this for 4. What do I hit? Do I not have a 2-drop? Did I not hit any of our 2s here? So I can get a 4, 3, 2. I mean, 4. So let's say I cast this for 3, 4. Then I can still play the Eyetwitch after. it might be better for me to cast it on 1. So I think I'm just going to do this for 3. No, I start here. Here. Draw. Do I have another no, I don't. So I should put out 2 things here. No, it doesn't work. So what I need to do is play this first. So I can grab Mascot, or I can grab the Necrotic Fumes. This. Fuck. Like, I really didn't want to have to use the Agadeems there. Right? But there's such a high chance that I could potentially lose if I don't do this. Like, it's like trading 3 life for 4. The problem was the Agadeems was really good, but we hadn't hit a 2. So it made it super awkward. I wonder what our blocks look like here. Honestly, I don't know. I mean, like, I'm at the point where I need to find a Wrath now. So let's say I block, block, and block. Is this the best block for me? Like, we trade there. I take 10. So it's like 5 life. So I take 13. I go to 11, go back to 12. Or maybe I should save the Welcoming Vampire for one more draw. I'm down for that. All right, so we got our blocks. We saved the Welcoming Vampire because we know what we're getting with Eyetwitch. It would give us an additional draw for the turn, which could potentially be game-changing. All right. All right, so we know we're supposed to grab this. It's a Redain. Fuck. 3, 6, 8. We drew the planes, which allows us to play it. But do we survive? We can block, block, block. And we don't have a choice. Damn, we have so many board wipes in our deck right now, and we just bricked on all of them. Damn, this is ridiculously unlucky, man. think we're dead for Xaxes, like close to it. Like we go to like 100 million if we had drawn the Wrath effect. We're 4-2. No, they are playing green. They have 2 Ranger class, 2 Wedding Announcement. Their list is kind of weird. We're on the play. They have Redain. That's important to note. I think that it's much more important for me to play the Professor of Symbology on 2 than to play Ghast, right? Because this allows me to get the environmental sciences. So next turn, if I don't draw the land, it's going to be much better. Obviously, we know it has a slight more downside to certain draws, but we know by playing it this way that we can contain the board pretty well. What does this card do again? I always forget. Whenever a permanent you control is put into the graveyard. All right. Okay, we're just going to exile that because it's kind of annoying. All right, so start off here, activate, and we'll just make a treasure token. All right, so that crap is gone. All right, we'll just go ahead and play another Professor. And this Professor is going to get us a Mascot. And then we can just pass the turn. And then we can try and take over the game with... okay, that's problematic. How many Yasharns are they playing? 3. That's a huge problem. So that's the way we deal with it. Are they playing Meathook? They're playing 2 Meathooks. I just need to get this train going because I don't want to play this tapped. And pass. Oh shit. That card is problematic. I think I need to continue drawing cards, right? So I could play Welcoming Vampire, but then it doesn't let me do any. Well, this doesn't let me do anything either. So this might have been the I think this is the wrong play. Because I can't sacrifice here. All right, we'll pass. Yep. Wedding Announcement. Redain. Sure. How does this work? So return that card at the beginning of end step. Exile it instead. Okay. So if I block, it just returns it to their hand. So essentially it would just like reset, and then both of my symbologies get exiled, and making them have to play the Luminarch Aspirant again is kind of nice. So boom, boom, boom. All right, that's fine. It was a close call, for sure. Okay, I was really hoping to draw a land there. All right, so step one. We exile and we hit Yasharn. That's step one. All right, so now after when we do that, then we should attack. And then we should play this by sacking this. And then I feel bad for playing this, but I have to. At this point, we've missed way too many land drops. So another Yasharn here is kind of brutal. How many of those 5 mana cards do they have? Liesa 2 and 2 Sorins. Okay, sure. We take 3 and then we take the turn. So still can't play Meathook here. So I think I start off here. Draw a card, hopefully. Yep. Draw another card. We'll grab the plains first. And we only have 1 card in there. And it's going to be a long time before we can cast it. So I don't mind just playing this Agadeem's tapped. And we cannot block. So our opponent's deck is a deck that kind of goes over the top of us. It's just like a bunch of like really insane cards. Okay, sure. Damn, they found this the second fucking Yasharn. Sure. It's like our opponent's deck is like literally only purpose is to deal with our deck. Does not feel good. Take it. So at this point we could do it for 3. So we can't sack anything right now. So what we want to do is draw as many cards as possible. So we should start off here. This draws us 2 cards. And we're just trying to set up the most giant Meathook we can possibly think of. I think I'm supposed to play this here and make another 1/1, draw and pass. All right, so this Legion Angel is actually quite good. All right, so 2, 3, 4, 5. My God, man. That's the fucking, they play 2 fucking, I don't know what to say. This is so sad. Man, All right, so I can do it for 4 here. That's not enough. So I could go Legion Angel, Legion Angel. That would kill me. I could go... I mean, Meathook for 4 is really bad here. It's not that good. So I could go... I think the move here is Legion Angel. No, actually, that doesn't kill me. So I have 8 mana here, and I can do it for 4. And so I can go Legion Angel, Pest Summoning. And Eyetwitch. And then get another 1/1. How many Redains do they play? Play a bunch. Their deck is all over the place. How many? 2 Ranger class, 2 meat. Holy fuck. Their numbers are so fucking wild. So I got a block like this. And I don't kill anything, but I don't die. So what I need to draw here is I need to look in my graveyard. I don't think I haven't hit a Planeswalker yet. I need flyers. It could be another Pest Summoning, but I don't like. I need flyers. So why would I? Yeah, I think it's Pest Summoning. Holy fuck, man. So 4, I could do it for 5. So interesting position. We'll go ahead and play this. This will get this. Play this. This will get this. Pass. Okay. So we got the ground covered. We really just need to survive 1 more turn. And I think we're okay. Okay, that kills us on the spot. Damn it, man. What else could I have done? I mean, that mauling would have saved my ass, but it is what it is. All right, so let's think about this. This is gonna be tough. Basically, they're the worst. They're such an inconsistent deck. We just have to punish them for having such a... It's so all over the place. Nothing makes sense here. All right, so what we know is they're super creature based. And so Doomskar punishes them pretty hard. So we want to bring in the Doomskars. We know that the Planeswalkers are good. And Go Blink stops. It's just a good value play. So I think I bring in the Go Blinks. I cut the Ghast. And what's in their sideboard? Their deck is so many cards I can't even see their sideboard. It's all over the place as well. It doesn't really make any sense. Meathook is solid. Rite is still broken. It's only bad when they draw specifically Yasharn. So that's the card I don't want them to draw. Agadeem loses value. All the lands are really good though. Lalt shouldn't go. I think I should still have a decent amount of meat hooks in. Say I cut one of these and 3 of these. I almost never cut this card. All right. I don't know. Basically, I'm like trying to find this like balance here where I'm not dependent on any of the cards too much. So this is a snap keep. All right, start off with the plains, pass the turn. Hive, Professor, and at this point, I just want to make sure I hit my lands. So that's the most important thing. I put this on white because I want to get black with it. So I will attack for 2. So this goes on white, and we will definitely just play Wedding Announcement and pass the turn. All right, cool. All right, so they played Redain. So we have a lot of options here. So we can go get another swamp. I mean, I would like to use Rite of Oblivion, but I want to draw cards, so I'm gonna lean towards that. So I'll get a swamp here. And I will Vanishing Verse, and then we'll attack. And we'll draw the card. Boom. All right, there's the Yasharn. We're ready for it. We are super ready for it. We have a lot of options here. All right, so in this spot, we'll just attack. If we had a meat hook, it would be a super punish, but I think that we're just going to play a Wedding Announcement and then put the Doomskar off to the side. And that's going to allow us to draw 2 cards here, which is absolutely phenomenal. Lalt is super annoying here. The thing is, I cannot sacrifice. I cannot use Legion. I mean, I can't use Rite of Oblivion beforehand. So this puts me in a weird situation. So I think the play becomes play this plains, and let's just wipe the board. Play the Welcoming Angel. Yeah. Wipe the board. It goes to 4, which is annoying. Play the Angel. Draw the card. And continue. Like, I definitely could have used a Rite of Oblivion right away. right, by sacking one of these festivities. But I think that these festivities are really hard for our opponent to deal with, just because they get so massive. So we have access to 7 mana, which means that like I really want to get rid of this Lalt. It is certainly a problem. But to what extent? I mean, this Realm Eater is also really annoying. But it's fine. I can beat it. So at this point, I'll play this. I'll play the Lalt. I'll go ahead and minus. And I will sack this to deal with the Realm Eater. I mean, to deal with the Lalt. And then our wedding announcement's going to flip. And our board is going to get even more massive. So all right, so Fateful Absence, that's fine. Oh, what the fuck does this? Oh my god. I did not, oh my god, I did not read the card. I didn't realize you can remove the counters and wipe everything. So if I just, oh my god, why didn't I read it? Punt. Okay, so this is super interesting position now. We drew the go blank. So what does this do? I think I fire off the go blank here. And I'll play a Legion Angel. And we'll pass. All right, this card is way better than I thought. I was like, what the fuck is this card? The second, okay, this card I know is absolutely garbage. I mean, I could wipe the board here. I think what I'm supposed to do is kill that. Okay, I should wipe the board. So I think I should attack with both, wipe the board, and pass the turn. Yeah, that's the play. All right, we'll pass. Okay. So they can attack for 3 here. That doesn't matter because we can just kill them with our shit. We could have killed them with our land. Since we drew the land, we should just go ahead and play both. That way we know that we're presenting lethal multiple ways next turn. All right, on to the next game. I can't think of a way out of this, so just fire this. Let's just not reveal any more information. Fuck that card. That card is so fucking good against us. It's like the anti-black-white card. All right, sure. We have 13 minutes left, which is plenty of time. They die here. We'll move on. Okay, so all right. Their deck is super all over the place. Let's think about it. The board wipes, the go blanks, they make so much sense. I have to contemplate these meat hooks though. I mean, Dispute is still a great card. Rite of Oblivion is still necessary. I don't think I can get rid of Eyetwitch. I don't think I can get rid of Farmhand or Professor. I could potentially cut a land, but this is a matchup where I want as many lands as possible. Yeah, I think the way we're boarding is correct. It's possible that I cut 2 Deadly Dispute for like another Meat Hook and another Rite, but I think that like this mix is nice. Like, because without Dispute, Meat Hook loses value because it can't ramp as quickly. So since we don't have Shambling Ghast in either, I would rather just play 5. Fuck, man. We really need just 1 fucking land. Okay, this is a good hand. We get rid of the Rite, and we're good to go. Solid draw. So we got our 2. Fantastic draw. Grab this. I think I just have to grab this. All right, Redain comes down. I think I should Vanishing Verse this and play the Eyetwitch. It lets us get in for 3. Let's think about what they could play after this. That would be detrimental, that we would need to deal with. It's not very much. So I think I Vanishing Verse this, and I still play the Eyetwitch. Yep. Like it's close on the Eyetwitch, but I think the answer ends up being yes, because if I don't play this, then we're in a bad position against Sorin. But if they play Sorin here, then I have Sorin covered with my board. All right, so Yasharn, definitely super dangerous here. And we should just grab a white spell, a white land here. And we just go on the defensive now. Because attacking for 2 in the air is just not good enough. They also have Legion Angel. They have 1 Legion Angel in the main and then 2 in the side. What the fuck is this deck? That's the worst draw we could have possibly had at this point. Fuck. Alright, we'll go ahead and play this. Play this. We'll try and draw here. That's a good draw. At this point, they're going to hit the majority of their land drops. So this is going to be pretty tough from here on out. All right, that card is brutal. So at this point, what I want to do is I need to see more cards, right? The Sarulf is going to gain a bunch of counters, right? Because I think I'm supposed to triple block it. So what this is going to allow me to do is grab some cards and cycle. So block, block, block. So we triple block here. The block happens. Then Sarulf does its thing. We're going to load up our hand. So the first thing we're going to take is the Necrotic Fumes. Second thing we're going to take is the Pest Summoning. The third thing is actually, I lied. I was thinking that I was going to cycle this Rite, but cycling it is quite bad because I need to draw another one. Yeah, I take another Pest Summoning. All right, that's exactly what I wanted at this point. So nothing has reach, right? Nope. Okay, so first things first, we're gonna shock here. And we're gonna get rid of that by doing this. And then we're gonna get rid of that by getting rid of this. Okay, so we've managed to clear the board, which is tough. So really hoping to, the land was perfect in that spot, but we're also like, okay, that's not good. But all right, so that confirms that they have a forest in their hand. So one of these cards is a forest because they have 2 forests and 2 plains in their deck. Drawing another land here is actually quite good. So I have some choices. I can play Pest Summoning and Wedding Announcement, or I can play Lalt. I think Lalt is the play. And I have to put this on black and not white, which is tough. We'll play this. We'll go ahead and minus, and then we'll pass. So they're down to 5 cards. They didn't play another card. That means that one of the cards is still... Okay, that was unlucky. They also have a Meathook, so they still have another forest in their hand. And at this point, if we're able to draw a Meathook, then we can pretty easily stabilize. All right, so we'll play this, and pass. All right, we're in really bad shape now. Yep. Yep. I really just need the Meathook. If I can draw the Meathook, we're in absolutely fantastic shape. I think I block here. Just because their clock is so quick. I mean, their hand makes me think that they have the one card that I don't know is all right, animate is a removal spell. So how bad do I want to draw another card? So they currently have 10 on the board. So I need to get this Sorin off the board, but chump blocker is also necessary. Okay. I think this is my best play. I'm not happy with it, but I think it's the move. Okay. That worked out. Kind of, sort of okay. We'll draw the card. Okay. That's the good draw. Aspirant, yep. We just want to block here. And we take 6. And do I have a 2-drop in here? I don't. Fuck. Because I exiled it. I think I want to just play this instead of Agadeem's it. It's really close. Fucking A. Agadeem's it ends up being 3 and takes less cards. And 3, 6 and gives me better or worse blockers. It gives me better blockers, so this is better. So for 3, more mana. So that comes in play, and I end up having a much bigger board. Play this tapped. Go. Uh, 5 mana, 3. So we have 9 mana next turn. Again, all we need is a board wipe, right? Or if we could manage to draw a Hagra, that puts us in a decent position. Okay, that is absolutely fantastic. I think I want to go for draw 2 instead of wipe the board. Play this, and then play this, and Oh, we can't cast the dispute. So I just want to play this and pass the turn. So we're down to 4 minutes, and that's a problem for sure. It's for sure a problem. And so we got to figure this problem out. So we got to look at our sideboard. We have a Confront, but we haven't drawn a Planeswalker. A Sorin or something of the sort would be insane. So we're going to play a Wedding Announcement here. We'll be happy to play the land. And we'll put these on the side. No attacks. We draw 2 cards here and then pass. All right, we're basically just setting up for this Doomskar. Okay, that's a problem. All right, how do I deal with that? Okay, cool. That does a lot. When does this go back? End step. Okay, cool. So I can hit the Yasharn, and then I could Rite of Oblivion the Liesa, and then I could attack with the land. Okay, what if I just wipe the board? What does this do again? Okay, so let's say I kill this and then wipe the board. I think that's the move. So first thing I do is play this, draw 2 cards, and then Mauling, and then Plains. Okay, got it. So this is going to give me 2 cards here. Take action. I need to move fast. Draw. Then play this. Mauling this. And then rat the board like this. And I lose a decent chunk of life. We didn't attack, so we grab this and pass. All right, so we have 2 minutes left, and they're at 31, so we got to kill them quick. We're at 8, though. So what we know is they have a land that can be super problematic. So what we have to do here is play this, so start off here. We'll go ahead and play this. And then we'll play this, and then pass. Okay, so draw, pass the turn. Sure. All right, so I got blockers for the ground. They have attacker for the air. We take 3, and that's fine because we can take over the game now. So I go to 4, untap. So first things first, fire this off here, sack this. Three. So I have 3, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana. Okay, that's fine. All right, so we play this, and then we attack, and then pass. All right, we almost have lethal. All right, we're going to start off with Go Blank. Sure. So they can get in for 3 right there. So I got to make sure I have 2 blockers ready to go. Activate. All right. Path. I draw a card. Go. All right. Good draw because I can block. Sure. Sure. So we're down to 3. I go ahead and just untap. All right, so I need to swing for lethal here. Best way for me to swing for lethal is mauling this. And then activate. And even if they block, we got it. Fuck. So we lost game 1 and then won games 2 and 3. All right. They played like a total of like 6 Yasharns, my guys. 6 fucking Yasharns. What the fuck, man? This is not good for me. Isn't Coma like a 6-drop or a 7-drop? Why would you play that in your Storm of the Festival deck? All right, snap, keep. All right, so it's a mult of 5. That was a good draw because I was gonna play the Shattered Sanctum until we drew that. So now I can play Hive and Deadly Dispute instead. So green. They have Tangled Florahedron. Fuck. I don't have white here. So I can't get rid of that piece of shit. And we're on the fucking draw. I mean, they are... Damn. That's really bad for me. I think I should attack. I think saving 1 point is not worth me dealing one point to them. They have a one of Disdainful Stroke, which I gotta be careful of. I'll take the 1 damage. All right. Boom. All right. So let's think. Let's think together. So they're missing mana, right? Like, so I should highly consider casting this Mauling, right? And I want more gas for our creatures and shit. So what are our choices? Like, I'm interested in Necrotic because it deals with Yasharn, which is important for me to deal with. So if they were to play Yasharn, then I could deal with it. But I think the move here is I take the Necrotic here. I think I have more than enough ways to make bodies. Okay. So that was a draw right there. So I can play this and then I'm going to pass the turn and I'm going to Deadly Dispute. And that lets me kill that for free. And this is why Shambling Ghast is so fucked up. Because we fucked him up. We have like a million cards in our hand. We also have a million mana. All right. They drew the land. I guess they drew the Chariot. Otherwise, they would have played it last turn. I'm assuming that they would have played it last turn. They have 4 Chariots. Okay, that's important to note. Okay, so let's think about this a little bit. So I want to deal with the Chariot. How much is this mana worth to me, though? All right, so we have access to 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Everything basically replaces everything. So we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I think the move here is Welcoming Vampire. And let's say I play the Twitch. That draws me a card. So it replaces itself. That's fine. I have to sack quite a bit, but this basically lets me draw the card, which I value pretty highly. Right, so we fire this bad boy off. Just go ahead and deal with that right away. And at this point, I think I'm supposed to just grab Environmental Science and then pass the turn. And then pass. So now we have Welcoming Vampire, which can block, right? And it's just like an engine that can just fucking go. It can just fucking go. Borrowed Time. That doesn't fucking matter. Because Rite of Oblivion fucks up Borrowed Time. So, yeah. What we really want is like a Meathook or something. So, since we don't have a land that we can immediately play, right? I think that I think I still just play a Welcoming Vampire here. We grab a swamp with this though. Yeah, I'm cool with that. This grabs a swamp. And I'm happy to play the Vampire. I could have played something else. That's fine. A Creeper. I'll take 4. I would love to draw a Meathook. A Meathook would be fantastic. I mean, saving this Agadeems is quite nice, I would say. I think what I'm supposed to do is Rite of Oblivion to start off. This, sacking this, right? So that gives me that back, which is nice. The second part is then I can play this, which gets me the plains and draws me a card. And I can play the Meathook. I mean, I can play the Professor. And this can get me... Do I want the exhibition yet? No, I think I still want the Pest Summoning. Because I could play Pest Summoning and use Rite of Oblivion right away. Alright, so we can just start taking over the game right here, right now. I'm just going to play a Lalt. I'm going to minus. This is going to give us a card. I can put this on white. And I will just attack for 2. Pass the turn. I don't think they have anything that can really punish us here. I think this game is beyond over. So I think what I'll do is start off here. I think they just took it all. Then I think I will play the Meathook for 2. Once I do that, then the Lalt is going to become available. And we can minus. Then we're going to draw a card. Then we're going to play this. Then we're going to play a Sorin. And then we're going to minus the Sorin. And we're presenting lethal like 1,000 different ways now. It's a coma. I mean, I'm ready. I'm ready for you, coma. All right, so sideboard plan. This is probably where it gets more interesting. They have 1 negate, 1 more retreat, a disdainful stroke, Averbrook caretaker, 2 tangle trap, 2 brutal Cathar, 4 elite spellbinder. Okay. The graveyard does matter because of Storm of the Festival. So I do care about Go Blank. That's important. Do I care about Doomskar? I mean, I do care about Doomskar because of Yasharn. Because Yasharn is a problematic threat. Right? It is a problematic threat. But they're only playing 2 Yasharn, so I shouldn't feel too concerned. I also am questioning if I want the Shambling Ghast. A lot of really interesting questions here. I feel like I want at least 1, but this decision is actually really tough. So let's say I go down here. What are the rest of the cuts look like? I think Vanishing Verse is still important. Go Blank is definitely important. I think I go down on a Dispute. I can't go down on a Right because as long as I deal with it, and I will keep it like this. I'm not gonna bring in a board wipe. I still don't know what I would cut to bring in that board wipe. I mean, they have Doomskar themselves. It's an interesting position. I think I keep this, right? We have Agadeems on 1. And then we have access to Verse. We ended up hitting the Farmhand, which is fantastic. And this will get us the Plains. And that will allow us to play the Wedding Announcement. Borrowed Time. Interesting. I mean, we could get a land by Vanishing Verse, versing that, but we're just going to play our Wedding Announcement for now. Why did they borrow time our 1-drop? Because why? Like, I could Vanishing Verse and a Seeker's Chariot here. And play the Mauling tapped. How does that make me feel? Instead of playing another Wedding Announcement. Yeah, I'll fire it off. Hit that. Play this Mauling. I need the second black right away. We'll get another creature. And they have 5 cards. That's a Wrenn and 7. That's problematic. Okay. No longer problematic. Oh shit. Okay, so the way we're gonna do this is we're gonna verse the borrowed time. That gives us the 1/1 and gives us another Plains. We then play the Plains and then we Rite of Oblivion the 5/5, and then we're good to go. And we get to kill the Wrenn. So beautiful. So that's gone. We get this back. Grab this. We'll sack. Deal with that. And then attack here. And draw a card for turn. Get a massive board. Pass the turn. Another Wrenn and 7. Solidly a problem now. Okay. I don't know why they're attacking, because it gives us a good opportunity to... I mean, it just lets us kill them. I'm just gonna kill the Wrenn. Interesting. I mean, we would have meat hooked if they had blocked. So if they're not gonna block, what is my best bet? They would need to hit double removal spell at this point. So I just end up playing the Eyetwitch and play a Legion Angel. Grab another Legion Angel, pass the turn. Borrowed time, sure. Gonna block here. The 5 points I think matters more. And we'll grab Environmental Sciences. All right. We'll go ahead and cast the Environmental Science. Go to 10. We got good blockers. And I think we just play another Legion Angel. All right, so they have Disdainful Stroke. That's sad, but it's okay. We still got good blockers. So chomp, trade, go. Chariot, yep. So they didn't draw the land. They're down to 1 mana. I don't see any 1 mana card besides Portable Hole. And so that means since we drew the land, I can just Meathook for 5. And so that puts us up quite a bit. Damn it. Another Ren and 7. That's a third one, right? Yeah, it's a third one. Fucking A, man. Yeah, so we take a 4-piece here. I mean, we have a choice here. But I think I just Meathook here for 5 again. And that basically gives us some time to deal with the Ren. And puts us back up to 10. So as long as they don't play like another Ren here, then we're okay. They only have 1 more. They're playing all 4, right? Yeah, they are. They hit 3 lands. And the one fucking... Oh my god, I'm mad. Alright, I gotta get rid of this Ren. Alright, the negate would be kind of brutal. If they have the negate specifically. So we have access to 7, right? So they only have 1 negate, so I'm gonna go for it. Alright, fired it off. We can play a Wedding Announcement. Make a 2/2, pass a turn. Sure. Alright, so they hit the Lalt. They go ahead and play. They'll crew. As much as I would like to not block here, it is so important. I'm taking a ridiculous amount. Alright, so they are still representing another Disdainful Stroke or a negate, so anything is possible. So Lalt would provide me with 2 bodies. Welcoming Vampire and Wedding Announcement would provide me with 2 bodies. Sorin would give me a lifelinker. So if I play into the Disdainful Stroke, it puts me in a weird situation, right? But at the same time, I end up getting a lifelinker, which is it is able to block everything, right? Or I could play like, I mean, Rite of Oblivion doesn't really do anything here. I think I have to go for the Sorin and walk into a Disdainful Stroke if they have it. That's fine. I'm cool with it. Minus. And I'm also cool with playing this over the wedding announcement. And we'll pass. Because this gives me a bigger body, gives me an additional card, and we got a shot here. At least they don't have a fetch land. Because if they played 2 lands at once, I think we'd be in a lot more trouble. But here, I think we're okay. They're down to 1 card. Okay. So in this situation, what's the move? So chump blocker here. Chump blocker here. If I block like this, then I take 8 and I gain the 3. And that puts me in a much better position. I'm trying to decide. I think the lifelinker is actually worth more than the welcoming vampire, as crazy as that is. But the biggest problem here is what? It ends up, we end up blocking like this and still gaining the 3. I think this is the right block. We could do the same block over there, but I don't think I care about the Seeker's Chariot that much. Okay, so we end up surviving at 2. They killed my lifelinker, which is annoying. So let's see how many lands do we have? We have 4, 7. We have 7 lands here. So we could play the Lult, right? But then the Lult doesn't draw us a card. I actually just think the Lult is wrong. I think that we start off with Ambitious Farmhand, and then we continue on. Well, I think we start off with -2. Right? Get our -2 on. We'll play this Farmhand. Then we'll draw. First find the last plains, then draw. Another Meathook would be quite nice. So let's say I sack this Farmhand here, right? I sack this Farmhand, and that takes 2 mana. I end up getting a 1/1, and then I can play this wedding announcement. And I can go get rid of that to get my Legion Angel back. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is really close. So let's say I play wedding announcement and Rite. I don't have like a free thing to get rid of. close. It's close. It's close. All right, we play this. And play this. Make 2 bodies with 5 blockers, and we're good to go. Our board is massive now. Yep. Yep. All right. So we go to blocks, and they have 3 attackers. So at this point, we can get rid of quite a few things. So first thing is first. This thing is chump blocking, right? Block here, block here. I think that the farmhand is maybe worth more, right? So the way I want to divide it up is like this. Is it like this? Is that correct? And yeah, I think that's the answer. So block like this, and we'll go ahead and sack this one because it's chump blocking. We'll draw 2. God. And we end up going to 6. So we end up going to a really great situation. The reason why we block like that was because we can flip the farmhand, and that's really valuable. All right, so we just drew Agadeem's Awakening. So that shit is fucking insane. We have a 1, 2, a 3, and a 4. So for 4, I'll fire this bad boy off. All right, this gives us a plains. No, it doesn't. We don't have another plains. We'll grab this, and we can play this, and we could upgrade this guy for this. All right, so I think we're presenting lethal next turn, right? We have lethal in the air, if I'm not mistaken. Coma, all right. We have Coma taken care of. All right, so the way we want to block here is those are not free blocks. I think we want to double block here. Double block here and double block there. And yep. So we end up taking 0. They lose a lot of their board. Yep, that resolves. I think the place where I want to start off is by taking out the coma. So coma for this, for the Eyetwitch. I'm not checking everything perfectly right now. They don't have a man land, so I should be fine. Grab this. All right, so they let it go, which means if I make that into a life linker, is that better for me? Only if I sack it, right? So I play this tapped. Let's say I play the Pest Summoning and sack a Pest instead. Probably better. Yeah, we'll just play it a little safe. We'll go ahead and just get rid of that, I think. Yeah. No attacks. Make our board wider. Ren and 7, sure. We got it taken care of. We got a 10-10. That's fine. All right, so I can start off here by getting rid of this. All right, once I get rid of that, then we can take that out and we can attack here. All right, we'll activate. All right, so that gains us 6 life. We'll play this. We don't have any more planes. It's fine. We can flip it next turn. Play this Hive, go. All right, so boom, boom, boom. They need to wipe the board, and I still have lethal. No, I don't have lethal if they wipe the board. So Doomskar, sure. So we'll play this Lalt. We'll go ahead and minus, and then we'll play another Angel, and we'll pass. So they gotta wipe the board again, and still not enough. All right, cool. Got it. That's 2-0. All right, so we're on the play. These are the some of the best cards in the matchup. We have a dispute. That means every 1 or 2 is insane. And Hive is also the other best card in the matchup. So we need to draw either one of our 1s or just a land. I think it's worth keeping. It's really close, but if we weren't playing against like the semi-mirror match, then I don't think I would keep this hand. But we know like how good these cards are. I think I should play this here. Just because my mana is going to be tight. So it may be important to cast a Rite and also gain life early on. All right, we ended up drawing a Swamp, which is not the worst draw, but is not good. Come on, give me. I don't need very much to start taking over. All right, any 1-drop or white source puts us pretty far ahead. Okay. Man. All right, let's pray. Okay, nice. That was a massive draw. So if I were to play Sorin, it would put me in a really bad situation. So I think it's a good thing that I I think I need to get the Edgar off the field here. So I'll get the Edgar off the field by sacking this. And I'm not going to play this Meathook because if they play like a Lult, which they have the most of, then my best play right after that would be to play a Meathook Massacre. And if they play a Sorin, they're not playing Sorins. Okay. Let's look at the removal spells. So they have 4 Vanishing Verses. So this is super interesting position. So it feels like they're leaving open a bunch of Vanishing Verses. I think I'm supposed to play the Welcoming Vampire into the Ghast. I think that's the move here. It's close. Basically, this baits out a Vanishing Verse. And if it doesn't, then we get to draw a card. So if they're holding like Meathooks, this ends up being a strong play. So they have Deadly Dispute. And this is an interesting situation. Mascot, sure. I mean, I want to play Meathook so bad. Like I really want to play this Meathook. But I need to make my land drop here. I think I'm going to sack this. And I'm just going to make a treasure. Okay, so I'll play the Ambitious Farmhand. This will allow me to grab the plains. It'll allow me to draw the card. And pass. Yeah. This game has been nothing but super tough decisions. I have to fire this off. Sure. Yep. So I block here. I take 6. And then we have a really good plan to get the board back in order. If we had drawn a right, I think I could have played this differently. But I think I have to do this. So block. So fire this off on 4. So play this bad boy. Fire this off on 4. And I think after when I play it on 4, I think I just play an Eyetwitch. And I think that puts me in a much more comfortable position. So 4. And this puts us to 13. And here we can play this Twitch and then pass the turn. Man. So minus, sure. Field of Ruin. Okay, that was a really good draw. They didn't cast anything. Interesting. So I can fire off this right on using the Eyetwitch. Right, and then after that, where do we end up? We end up at yeah, we got to start off here. Fire this off. Get this Lalt off the board. And how are we going to get out of this situation? We got to figure that out. So I think at this point I need to just grab this. I think it's the safest grab. And I can play this Plains. And I think I don't play the Wedding Announcement. I just play a Pest Summoning and pass. Reason why I end up going with the Pest Summoning here is because we know that the card that they have the most of is Vanishing Verse. And the card that they cannot deal with here is Pest Summoning. All right, so we incentivize them to Vanishing Verse, right? And we did that because we didn't play Wedding Announcement. We didn't play Welcoming Vampire, even though it was super tempting to do so. Interesting. All right, so say I attack with both. I mean, I think this collectively saves me the most amount of damage. So it is what it is. Okay, so at this point, what's the plan? All right, so I think I start off here for 1. All right, so once I do that, then I have access to 3 and 3, right? They pause for a second because they have another Vanishing Verse. So if that's the case, what is my best move? I will play Professor. And they didn't do anything, so we'll just Necrotic. Exile this, get rid of the Lalt, and then yeah, I think that was the best sequence right there. And then we can start trying to take over with the rest of the stuff. How many snow? They only have 1 Wedding Announcement, so that's really good. They have 3 Blood and Snows. And let's see what else they can hit. They just go ahead and fire that off. So Blood and Snow, really important. So do I have 3, 6, 9? I do. So we'll play this. 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 And then the 3rd Hive. And so we get 2 dudes here. End up drawing a card. And then we can pass. So Professor, sure. Professor. So they don't have that many good cards, so they cycled. basically, if they don't deal with Welcoming Vampire, it kind of just takes over the game. And so I'm cool with this. You know what I mean? Like, I got my value off the card. And it's really freaking good. Mm-hmm. All right, I'm going to start off by attacking because I do want to draw a bunch of cards. If I didn't have this much value here, I would have definitely activated. But in order to play Sorin, Eyetwitch, and Wedding Announcement, this is what it requires. So the game is certainly over at this point because we're going to draw 3 cards off Wedding Announcement. And our board is going to be massive. Right? And we were able to obtain this because we slow rolled the shit out of everything, right? We predicted what cards they had because we know, right? We go ahead and slam the Sorin. We go ahead and minus. Definitely not plussing at this point. We'll go ahead and play this Wedding Announcement. We'll go ahead and play Eyetwitch. The thing that's going to make this matchup so much easier is that they're only playing 1 Wedding Announcement. This card is too broken for you not to be playing all 4. That literally doesn't make any sense. So this is literally 3 cards here. They're firing that off. I mean, who the fuck cares? They have more than enough basics. They should have waited. No, they should have waited. So I have a higher chance of drawing this basic. All right, so they wipe the board. Sure, bring that back. I will grab this 7 mana card now. Did I play Lautlet this turn? Laut. I mean this game? No, I didn't. I'm just gonna grab the 7-drop. All right, so they're down to 14. I mean, and our board is still gonna get massive. All right. We'll start off here. Then we'll minus. That'll draw me a card immediately. I'm trying to think. How could I lose this game? I mean, I think I just fire this up and attack and go ahead and deal with the draw 2, right? Because I can expect them to want to wipe the board now, right? So if they want to wipe the board now, we're ready to go, right? Like, you need to wipe the board now. And so if you use Blood and Snow, we took away your draw 2 rather than committing more to the board and risk getting it board wiped. Because this gives us a much better refuel plan, right? They go for 5, sure. How many of these are they playing? All 4, okay. What do they have? We'll fire one off. Attack. I hit the Twitch because it's flying. Okay, so I have access to 6 here. So the play is gonna be, we're gonna play a Sorin. And we're gonna minus. And we're gonna play this land. And this is gonna give us another giant creature. So this way, we're trying our best to limit their shit. All right, so we virtually have them down to 1. They end up cycling. Sure. Okay, that's actually a really fantastic draw. I'm just going to activate. Because this would put them down to 1. Like, that's totally fine. I could care less. All right, so we just attack. We go ahead and hit the right. That puts them down to 7, and we have another Hive. This is why you play 4 Hives, because even though they had a Field of Ruin and a Vanishing Verse there, the Hives were able to finish the game. It's like the most important card in the matchup. So they're not playing Wedding Announcement, and they're not playing any Hives. So that gives us a massive advantage. Okay, so let's look at their sideboard. They have Go Blank, check for traps. They have 3 Go Blanks, 2 check for traps. Dang. For so many learn cards, they do not have learn cards to get. Pest Summoning is so fucking good. It literally makes your card into Lingering Souls. Yeah, they don't fly, but they gain life when they die. That is like fucking insane. We have 2 in our board because it's so fucking good. They don't even have a Confront the Past. You're playing 4 Lalts. I don't even get it. All right, so Go Blank, most important card. We'll get rid of 2 Ghast. And usually Awakening is bad. But I really don't want to go down on a land. I think it gives me the highest chance of losing to, like, in a way that I can't control. I think I end up cutting the Mauling. End up cutting a Mauling. Actually, it might be a Welcoming Vampire. I love Welcoming Vampire so much. I mean, but this really doesn't hit anything good. It hits the land, which is really important. I'm bored out of Welcoming Vampire, just in case they board in Ray of Enfeeblement, right? So that card, Ray of Enfeeblement, it hits it hard, so... All right, so this is a keep. It's kind of slow, but it's all good cards, so... And of course, like, if one of your lands is a Hive, you rate it way higher, you know? You should rate it higher. I hold on to the Agadeem's Awakening. They didn't play anything. So we'll play this, and we'll play Wedding Announcement because it's a lot of value. All right, so basically they're doing what we did last game. They probably just needed 1 more land or a creature. That makes sense. I'm actually going to exile this, which I feel like an asshole, but I'm pretty positive it's the right move. So, boom. And we'll put this on black. And we'll pass. They end up drawing the swamp. But they still don't have white, and they have to like create white. So I'm still happy I did that. Meathook for 1. Interesting. What a fantastic draw. We're gonna play this, and we will grab this, and this will allow me to play this, which will then draw me a card because of this. Yep, boom. Let's go. All right, unfortunately, this is game over for our opponent. I knew it. Ray of Enfeeblement. Let's fucking go. I think I attack for 4. I'm not going to play the... maybe I should play the Lalt over the announcement. It's honestly really close. I mean, the clock is way faster. Yep. We'll minus and pass. We should go for the fastest clock here. So this puts them in an interesting position, right? If they have another Meathook, they're really tempted to play another Meathook. So that wastes that Meathook. That makes me feel a lot better, right? If it's not that, then they're going to... Okay. That has got to be the worst play you could make. Am I wrong? That is definitely a terrible play. At least I feel like it is. Unless I'm missing something. Did they not have any other options? We'll draw a card. Alright, good thing we drew a land. I really didn't want to play the Agadeem's Awakening because it's the best thing for us to do if they wipe the board. Which they should be super tempted to do so. Like, I on board had the answer. If they didn't have Meathook or the sacrifice card, that was definitely the play last turn. All right, so I expected this. They'll gain 4. That thing gets a million. Fantastic draw. We can now Agadeems for 3. I think I definitely put this on black. 1, 2, 3. Like I said, this card is so fucking insane in this deck. Look at that. It's like draw 6 for sure. It's like draw 6. It's so fucking absurd. Like Welcoming Vampire, get your 2-drop, get an Eyetwitch, and then if you happen to have like an Angel 2, then you can go up to 4, right? Or if they countered your Angel, you can still get it back from the yard. It just works out so perfectly. Like, it's just like so clean, right? We got 1s, we got 2s, we got 3s, and they synergistically just work together, and it's so much value. Just look, it's so fucking insane. All right. So the thing is, since their deck operates on so much higher, they need a much higher what am I trying to say? They need a much higher curve, right? Even though we missed land drops last game, it doesn't matter for us because of it's just so insane in our deck. All right, so let's say we trade here. They end up gaining 1, but they're taking up front 5, 9, 12, 15. So that's exactly lethal. I could also flip it. Boom. So that's an easy 2-0. So yeah, if you play against like the snow version, it's honestly a joke. It's only when we play against the exact 75 card mirror because that's just the fucking worst. Like, Orzhov Control might be the easiest matchup in the world for this. Right? Like, board wipes are not good against you. Like, you're playing more rights than they are, and that's the best card in the matchup. Right? All of your cards are 2-for-1s. Yeah, everything just lines up so well. And your lands are just better. Honestly, cake. Alright, so we're 7-2, and the tournament is done. We can look at standings and see where we end up. I don't think we're gonna make top 8, but probably top 16 or something.